What up, dog? Waiting for my dog Mike White to jump in. He said he had to grab some chicken. What's up, Texas Bread? See who's going to come on, jump on in here, man. Waiting for my guy Mike White. Burgers and Blitzes tonight. We're going to talk a little bit Cowboys football, maybe a little draft. Let me holler at my boy Marcus Jones. I'm gonna tell him to get on in here because he was just talking on my Big Game James page about we was talking about McNeil. He don't see it, so I'm gonna tell him to get on in here so he can jump in this conversation. How's everybody doing though? Dang, everybody light me up right now. Sorry, I'm texting somebody. I want them to jump in my feed. Hey, what's up, dog? What's up, the ninja? He said, "Let's go." Tell Mike he's welcome for that slice and dice thing. Oh yeah, he about to turn up on these quarterbacks. He about to turn up. Let me get your donation up there, big dog. He about to turn up on this because he been talking about this all daggone day. What up, Matt Nash? Miguel Marquez. What's up, James Rogley? What's up, baby? I'll be appreciating you, dog. Big James. Probably is the name. Yeah, man. Might be telling the truth, dog. Like I said, he said he was going to grab some chicken. I'm waiting for him to jump on in. I told him just to click the link. And, we're going to talk about this quarterback situation that's going on right now. What up, Jim? What up, Mikey? Hey, Jim, I'm going to do that tape. I'm going to do that tape on your boy. I'm going to do that tape on your boy probably today, probably tomorrow. Like I said, I ain't no expert, but I'm gonna check him out. You know what I'm saying? He highly rated up in here. He turned up for Iowa, so I'm gonna check him out for sure. I just got some tape on him. If any of y'all got to see the Senior Bowl, because I've been at work and I'm pissed off because I got all this new. I got the Fire Stick with the hookup with all everything, every sports channel alive imaginable, so I can stay up because the last couple of years I didn't have that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I was struggling. You feel me? I was struggling to be able to see stuff. You know what I mean? So I said, I ain't going to keep doing that. I got to upgrade. So that's why I got my all 22, NFL, college. You know what I'm saying? I upgrade on all that shit because I don't want to miss it. I was supposed to be at the Senior Bowl this year, but the COVID knocked it out, so I couldn't go. So I'm just asking y'all who really been watching the Senior Bowl practice because I've been at work. I heard Richie Grant was turning up today, safety from UCF. Texas T 30. I'm gonna put your question up there, Texas T. I'm gonna put your question up there. I'm gonna keep it so real with you. I ain't even gonna lie to you, dog. I'm gonna put your question up there, Texas. Texas T 346. He says, "Do y'all actually think Dak is better than Watson?" I don't think he is. I'm gonna keep it real. I do think Watson's a little bit better, and I've not ran away from that. I battle back and forth. I made a video. I said, "What's the differences between these between the two fours?" If you look at the stats was damn near identical. Dak was here a year longer, but the stats been damn near identical. But if I'm looking at the eye test, let me keep it all the way funky. Deshaun Watson naturally is better, not by much though, but he's naturally better. I think he's a natural. He's better. He's a better athlete, naturally a better athlete. I think he throws the deep ball better. Um, But other than that, man, I can't really. Here go Mike right here. Other than that, I can't really jump out there and say, "Oh, Deshaun does this and Deshaun does that." What's up, man? What up, D Hill 817? You gotta turn your volume on, Mike. I'm already live.
There we go.
There you go.
Yes, sir. I heard you talking about Deshaun Watson. Who wants to talk about Deshaun Watson?
Man, I ain't trying to talk about him, but I mean, I ain't trying to talk about him, dog. But let's keep it real though, Mike. My guy at Texas T346 says, "Do you actually think Dak is better than Watson?" I don't think he is. Now, I was answering this. I said I think Watson is better athletically.
Mm-hmm.
I think he does throw a better deep ball. I think his ball is like I do. I don't care. Well, we're just going to disagree. I think he does throw a better deep ball, and I think naturally he's a little better than Dak. Naturally. But would I sit there and say, "Oh, I'm gonna take Deshaun Watson over Dak"? No, I can't do that. I can't jump out there and honestly say that I would take Deshaun Watson over Dak Prescott. I can't jump out there and say that. That's just like me being all the way real, not being me being a homer, not being me nothing. This is being super real. I wouldn't just jump up and say, "Oh, I'm gonna take Watson and he's just gonna cure all," because he didn't have the same thing that happened with Dak, right? Everybody's clamoring over Deshaun Watson, throwing for all these yards, being number one in this, number one in that, and number one in this. But you was 4-12.
Nobody talks about that, though.
People talk shit about Dak. Hold on. Let me finish
Dak,
this. Let me finish this though, Mike. And I'm gonna let you jump in because I know you're gonna jump on. People talk all this shit about Dak, about he can't beat nobody, and he just got all these empty calories and these empty stats and empty. Well, what the hell is Deshaun Watson when you 4-12, though? Is that empty? But nobody want to criticize him and go off on Deshaun Watson. But everybody want to go off on Dak and say he this and he that. But Deshaun Watson just went through the same damn thing. But ain't nobody saying about that. That's that BS to me.
Yeah.
Talk to me about it, Mike.
I heard an argument today on the radio, a man that said, when he lost the argument on Deshaun versus Dak in the NFL, he brought up Deshaun's national title win when Deshaun Watson had literally 15 players on that team that got drafted.
Are you talking about Gavin?
Yeah.
Man, that dude was wilding out today. I watched it. I listened to it. He was wilding out with Jeff, dog. He was bugging, bro. Like, I don't know what he got against Dak, but he be going ham on Dak, and I just be like, bro, you really don't know what you're talking about with this, man. You talking about college, bro? We in the NFL 5 years, dude. We ain't talking about no damn college no more.
We're not even talking about practice. We're talking about college. That's like a tier below practice.
Man, he tripping, dog. He tripping, bro. Like that conversation I heard today, and I ain't hating on Gavin, but bro, you was tripping today. And if you ever watched this, I said you was tripping, bro. And I can talk to you.
It's all right.
I tell you to your face, you was tripping.
We all have bad takes. That's what.
But he been on this take though with Dak Prescott for the last 2 years though, so it ain't no one take with him.
I know. I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah. No. Well, you ain't got to be nice on my goddamn channel.
It's a trash.
You can be nice on them other channels, but you ain't got to be nice on this motherfucker.
It's a trash fucking take, and we know it. So I mean, that was just insane. And back to Deshaun Watson. Dak Prescott had a plus 113 point differential in 2019. The Dallas Cowboys went 8-8. The Browns had a literally negative 11 this year. They went 11-5, but Baker Mayfield went to the playoffs. That's the narrative. Dak Prescott's an 8-8 quarterback. Deshaun Watson, just a winner. Their point differential this year was 80. They went 4-12. I don't know. He was 0-10 versus over 500 teams. They want to bring up that Dak can't beat good teams.
Exactly, but
he was literally 0-10. Literally 0-10 versus over 500 teams.
But you know what they're going to say, Mike? You know what they always do. They give Deshaun a pass. But he ain't had no weapons. He ain't had this, and he ain't have that. And if he had what Dak Prescott had, he be doing this and he be doing that. But I remember when he had DeAndre Hopkins and he still had Fuller over there. He had a nice offense. You had J.J. Watt. You ain't have no bums over there on defense. You ain't have bums on that defensive line, and you still wasn't taking it to the next step. And I also remember one last thing, Mike. When they played them Kansas City Chiefs last year in them goddamn playoffs, I remember they had a lead.
24
point lead, right? Mm-hmm. Wasn't that a 24-point lead in the playoffs against Kansas City? And they came right back and they didn't score no more, and they dropped 51 on their ass.
Got stone cold stunner. Got Stone Cold Stunner off the top of the steel cage.
But if Dak did that
by this man right here, by Patty Mahomes,
you feel me? But if Dak did that, we still will be talking about this right now. If that happened to Dak Prescott,
people would make their careers off of that. They would have made their fucking careers off that article.
They would have been talking. They still would have been talking about when we talk about paying Dak Prescott. What would they have brought up? That playoff game.
Oh, you remember that time?
That'd been the first thing. Exactly. So I don't want to hear the shit about Dak. Y'all give Deshaun passes, man.
Get on out of here.
You got that dog.
Damn.
024, baby. You know what it is, Thursday.
Had a insurrection here, damn dog bars.
It's all good. It's all good. But you feel what I'm saying? And now, you know what I mean? Dak wouldn't be able to live it down, but don't nobody talk about that with Deshaun. And I like Deshaun. Let me not disrespect him because I like Deshaun Watson as a person. I really, really do. This is not no disrespect on Deshaun. This is just talking about the situation, how it's BS, how y'all have a certain thing for Dak, but y'all let all these other quarterbacks pass. Everybody talking about Matthew Stafford now, right? Oh, you can get Matthew Stafford for a cheaper deal. You can get him cheaper. So what? Matthew Stafford ain't never did shit. So we're going to just say it's Detroit, right? We're just going to say it's Detroit. All of a sudden, he's going to come somewhere else and be something magical. And we know when you come to Dallas, you don't become magical.
No, the opposite.
You become the opposite. So what do you think, Matthew Stafford? If you ain't did shit in Detroit, you think you're going to come into Dallas where you
then you're going to go all pro? You can't have shit in Detroit.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to go all pro over here? Yeah, you ain't. Talk to me about this Matthew Stafford. What do you think about that, all that talk, dog? Just how you feel about it?
I've never been, okay, so I've watched Matthew Stafford play. I watched that dude play all through high school. I watched his entire career. I've never seen a more talented passer in high school than what I seen then. That man does not exist anymore. And why are we talking about a 33-year-old quarterback who's been in the league 12 years, has 3 playoff appearances with 3 L's, and we talk about him like he's worth some type of top-tier return in free agency? I explain it to me like I'm 5. I mean,
exactly.
Dak's been in the playoffs more times than he's been in the league. 3 years and 2 times in 3 years.
And he hasn't had great teams.
No, he hasn't. Terrible defenses and everything, and then they want to talk about Matt Stafford has no weapons. Well, he played with Megatron for literally over half of his career.
He actually did better when Megatron left.
He had prime Golden Tank. And we're not even 2 years removed. We're literally not even 2 years removed from when Matt Stafford was on pace to be the MVP when he had the top 3 wide receiver duo and Kenny Golladay and Marvin Jones.
Right.
Or am I misremembering? Did I hit my head on the way in here?
Right. No, you ain't hit your head. You didn't hit your head at all, man.
But he's never had any talent.
Right.
The hell out of here. Go on. I know you can't have shit in Detroit, but damn, you got to have something. 12 years, and this dude's supposed to be some type of badass quarterback? Come on now.
I mean, who are you fooling?
I know QB wins aren't a thing until they are. We're talking 12 years and 3 playoff appearances.
Right. And he didn't even beat us, even though it was kind of crazy. That game, was crazy. That game was crazy.
I swear. Anybody go look at YouTube right now if they want to talk about that ball, how they picked the flag up. That ball was 6 yards underthrown. Quit rewarding bad quarterback play with spotted the foul penalties, and you will not have an issue. Period. That was bad quarterback play, and you should never throw the flag when that ball is that far under. I don't care if it's Dak or your mama. Don't throw that flag. That was a bad ball. Go look it up. I promise.
Oh, I can look it up, and I can also see that even when we scored in that last minute, Matthew Stafford still had a chance to take it down the field and score a touchdown to win the game, or at least get him in field position, and he didn't do it. He didn't do it. I don't remember him doing it. I remember him getting sacked by a rookie, Tank Johnson.
Yeah.
Twice.
Has he ever done it? No, he hasn't.
No, he ain't never did shit, dog.
Because he's Matt Stafford. That's what
he's Matthew Stafford. He's a Jeff George.
Yeah, that's who he is. That's just what he's
supremely talented, but ain't probably gonna win shit unless it's the perfect scenario.
And his wife's really annoying, but that's another conversation.
And here's the thing: you ain't coming to no perfect scenario when you talking about Dallas. So stop talking all that Matthew Stafford. And why the hell would people even talk about Deshaun Watson when he gonna cost way more money?
That's
You're
the
gonna take
best
all
part.
your draft picks.
The people that willingly admit, there's people out there that will literally openly admit that Matt Stafford is not as good as Dak Prescott, but they're okay with that because you can save money.
And that's what I said, Mike. Stephen Jones has got us trained, Mike. He got us trained on the salary cap. Mentally, he got us trained like, oh, he's cheaper than Dak. Let's get him.
I don't understand it. You want to get it is the most important position on the field. We've seen
and downgrade.
We've seen it. We watched the 49ers literally last year.
And they don't want Garoppolo no more.
One of the best defenses we've literally ever seen in the NFL. Could not get it done because they gassed out from carrying that bum-ass quarterback to the Super Bowl. We watched it. We watched it happen. They gassed out. Richard Sherman's legs went dead, and Sammy Watkins got behind him. Ball game. We watched it. That's what that gets you. It gets you just close enough to die. And people want to do that. They want to get worse at quarterback. And at the same time, like we're talking about, all of a sudden, Stephen Jones is going to be aggressive in free agency. Are we not? Are we talking about the same Stephen Jones?
Mm-hmm.
The same Stephen Jones that said that Tyrann Mathieu wasn't a scheme fit. And
exactly. Say that again, because that resonates in my ears right now when we're talking about. I can't believe Stephen Jones, Tyrann Mathieu. I remember his tweet when he said, "What? I'm better than all these goddamn Cowboys safeties right now. You fucking are talking shit." He tweeted that right after that, like, "What, motherfucker? I'm better than all your safeties right now. You said I ain't a scheme fit. Let me go over to KC, get all these interceptions against Super Bowl champions."
His exact words say, "I'm better than literally every player on that defense," and he was fucking right. Every single one of them. That little last 190-pound dude lines up an edge rusher and eats. We watched him do it literally last weekend.
What's his name? Honey Badger. What are those animals? Honey Badger don't care. Honey Badgers don't care. They don't give a hell. They'll walk up on lions. They ain't not scared of y'all. That's why he's the Honey Badger. Little but ferocious. But we don't want to do that. We feel me, Mike?
Not a scheme fit.
And we won't. And we ain't gonna touch Thornhill.
I'm going to give this $4.5 million to Jason Witten from the Bahamas, and then pay a $3.5 million to the fullback, and then we ended up cutting him before the season started.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. See what I'm saying, dog? So when everybody talk about this cap shit, and I get it, Stephen Jones is, oh, you're so great with the cap because you're the cap Super Bowl champ right now.
Cap, fucking cap.
You are the Super Bowl cap champ. We know that, but you did that same shit with Ron Thornhill. You got Tyrann Mathieu and Juan Thornhill in that safeties dogs, and we didn't want to touch them because Ron Marinelli said we need Tristan Hill.
Ron Marinelli had a sleepover with a 21-year-old kid on his birthday,
and he said he's studying. He said he's studying with me right now. We need to pick him. Okay, Rob. He was studying with you last night. Let's pick him. Even though he's a 3 tech and we got gassed at the 1 tech, we're gonna pick the 3 tech. We need a 1 tech. But we're going to pick him because you stayed up last night and studied with him, so let's pick him. You feel me?
Y'all ate cheesecake and read World War II books, and now we got to take him over Juan Thornhill.
I mean, you feel me? And let's check this out also, Mike. Here's the thing. You didn't get Thornhill. You got Tristan Hill, right? And so now I'm not hating on Hill, but now because they picked him, they're gonna ride it through because it's the Joneses. You feel me?
They'd rather. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything.
I think they'd rather lose a little bit than be wrong. Then come out in the media and say we was wrong because they waited 3 years to say we was wrong on Taco.
I think that Jerry Jones rather sell the team than admit he was wrong.
And that ain't happening.
I think that's how hard it is for them to say that. Have you ever heard them remotely
say we're wrong? We were wrong. Well, Jerry did say it about I will give him
the defense. They said they had the wrong approach.
Right. But he didn't ever say I was wrong.
No, what he should have said was, my bad. We fucked up.
Yeah. You know what's so crazy, Mike? In life, Mike, and I think you can attest to this, in life, people are more forgiving when you just come out and say, I fucked up.
Yeah, you can't beat somebody down.
You can't beat somebody down when they just come out and say, I fucked up.
I've managed employees. When an employee comes to you,
I've managed it too.
Shit got busted up, and they come in and say, "Here's the deal, dude. Fuck, I was tired. I fucked up. Here, it's what it is. You don't beat them up. Hey, you're suspended 2 weeks without pay, and you don't get a lunch break for 2 months. No, you say, hey, shit, it happens. I get it.
I appreciate you for coming.
Here's what you thought. You thought wrong, but here's what you thought. So, and then we're gonna move past it. Mm-hmm. When you try to lie on top of that, and I know you're lying, and I can smell your lie.
Now the respect is leaving, and I'm like, fuck you.
I can smell your bullshit. I'm genetically predisposed to sniffing bullshit, and there's so much bullshit that comes from them two dudes. Just like, we just saw the David Moore article, AKA Mr. First Question. Mm-hmm. We have, 4 to 6 weeks from the point of no return from the Dak contract. Who do you think that came from?
Who it came from?
Stephen Jones. Mm-hmm. That's who it, for anybody in the stream, anybody watching right now, if something comes from David Moore,
tell him because Dave Moore, tell him about Dave Moore. Tell him about Dave Moore.
Stephen Jones.
Because Dave Moore sucks on them Joneses.
The Jones boys read the paper. They read the paper. They've always read the paper. There's a reason that Mr. First Question is Mr. First Question. Mm-hmm. He's been doing it a long time, and with all due respect, he is good at his job. He's good at his job. But when something comes out that puts a player in a negative light from Dallas Morning News, it's going to be written by David Moore, and it's going to be during contract negotiations, period. If you don't believe me, Google the shit. You can look it up. It happened with Tank. It happened with Zeke. It happened with Dez. It happened with DeMarco Murray. It happened with where? If you want to go back that far. Any high-profile player that didn't walk into the office with lipstick on their butt cheeks gets negotiated with publicly through the Dallas Morning News, and it comes directly from Stephen Jones.
Thank you. Fuck with you.
Welcome to my TED Talk.
That's why I fuck with you, because I'll be trying to tell y'all my guy is plugged. Y'all don't be believing me. My guy is plugged. He knows this shit. That's why I fucks with you anyway, because you my dog. But that's just the added cherry on top. But I try to tell y'all, my motherfucker guy knows what the hell he's talking about. And when he tells you this stuff, and I know, because I know, that's as soon as you said David Moore, I was like, yep.
It's not like this is a secret either. This is it's literally a secret. It's not that big of a deal, but a lot of people apparently aren't that aware.
They're not. They don't know about this stuff. A lot of Cowboys fans don't know about this. That's why we're here to educate.
Just notice a trend. I just, if you want to look it up, if you're fucking around laying in bed at night, waiting for your Benadryl to kick in, just pop in David Moore and
you will see it.
David Moore, DeMarcus Ware, David Moore, Anthony Spencer, David Moore, Marcus Spears, David Moore, even the Sean Lee contract. If you want to go back that far, it's out there. They negotiate publicly through the newspaper,
and that's one of their guys.
Yes, that's facts, and
that's a fact.
It's frustrating because what other organization? I know I don't keep that big of tabs on other teams, but I'm pretty well aware of what's going on in the football league. Mm-hmm. What other organization publicly tries to drag their premier players through the media?
You see how silent we got? And Bob Sturm, do you fuck with Bob Sturm?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah.
He made a post today. I think it was today, and it was true. And he said, "Guess what? Tank had to say I'm not getting surgery. Zeke had to say I'm going to Cabo."
That was a quote. That was a quote
from somebody else, but he retweeted it.
That was my tweet.
Oh, that was your tweet? Oh, well, then there it goes. Talk about it. Just like he says, every Cowboy player got to show their ass.
Yes.
For them to get money. They got to show their ass to say, I'm not doing this, and threaten you. And see, that's the problem because Dak is that good guy. Dak needs to stop being this good guy, Mike. This is what Dak needs to do. He needs to put his foot down and say, fuck y'all. I broke my foot doing all this for y'all. I'm not playing on this bullshit again like Tank did on his second time. He said, first year, okay. Second year, I'm not doing none of this shit. I'm not getting no surgery. I'm not doing none of this shit until y'all get my money right. And what did they do? So Dak has got to be the asshole and say, nah, fuck y'all. Unless y'all take care of me from what everything I did for y'all, I'm not doing shit. That's the way he's got to come. And as long as he plays that nice guy role, them Joneses are going to use him.
I forget what I had a post this afternoon. I forget what agency that Todd France went to, but it's just going to take one statement. With all due respect to the future of the Cowboys and this organization, my client and I don't feel comfortable heading into the 2021 season without a long-term contract in order. We played on the franchise tag last year and took a risk. We've seen what happened. We got hurt. It set us all back. It hurt the team, and it hurt our future. We think it's in our best interest and the team's interest that we knock this contract out. We sign a new contract, and that we can go on and try to win some rings for the city of Dallas. And you're done. You don't have to go to Cabo. You don't have to do nothing. That's it. One statement. Say that says I'm not showing up unless I have a contract.
I'm not no tags, no nothing.
No. You can tag me, whatever you want to do.
Tag me all you want, but I'm not touching this tag this year until I have a multi-year deal with the Cowboys. And just like you said, Mike, that's the way he needs to come. Yep. And if it doesn't come like that, because this is the BS that's been going on in Dallas for so damn long, and it's sad that our top players that y'all always talk about, this is the thing that frustrates me about Stephen Jones, Mike. He talks all this BS about, we're going to keep on drafting people. We're going to keep on drafting people, and then we're going to pay our own, and we're going to just get some free agents to kind of build. But every time you talk that shit, when you say we're going to take care of our own, we're going to draft.
Where's Byron Jones? Where's Wallace?
You feel me?
Where's Wallace?
You feel me?
Where's Byron Jones?
You feel me?
Where's Wallace? That
was only 4 years too, 5 maybe, and you could have had him. You could have had him and still been good in the cap. You could have had him. You could have had him, Mike. I would
take Byron Jones out of literally every single. You could take literally every single player in this draft, and I would take I would know going into next year that I have Byron Jones and Trayvon Diggs as my outside corners. I would take that over literally everybody in this draft. Send all them draft picks off to Topeka. I don't give a shit. Wherever they got to go. Having those two top corners in your draft, that's all you want, and we could have had that. Could have easily had that.
And you gonna sit there and tell me if you would have signed Byron Jones, it would have killed your cap for later on? I don't believe that whole ass shit. It's a lie. It's just a lie.
What about that $15 million linebacker that can't cover? Has got a broke foot.
Right. No, but
don't
he's great.
What about that 3.8 yard per carry running back there?
He's the guy that serves the drink.
Meanwhile, your wide receiver 1 hit free agency, your cornerback 1 hit free agency, your quarterback hit free agency. He didn't have to sign the tag, by the way. He did not have to sign that tag.
But you know why he did though? Because he was like, I got to get money because these fools ain't paying me.
And guess what?
That's why he signed it, Mike.
Now you're about to have number 4. Your quarterback's about to hit free agency again for the second time. And
let's also talk about this though, Mike. You also got the Buffalo Bills talking about negotiating with Josh Allen. Mm-hmm. You got the Baltimore Ravens talking about negotiating with Lamar Jackson.
And Lamar Jackson's number is 39.5.
And how long have these guys been here? And Dak has been in the league how long? And they're already talking about negotiating their contracts.
You could have had Dak Prescott. You could have paid Dak.
We're still talking about this with Dak, bro. This is why the Cowboys fans that's why I don't get hyped about. I like looking at the draft just because the players. I like looking at the young players and things of that nature. But I don't get excited, Mike, when I still see the organization still doing this same dumbass shit. When this stuff, listen, I'm gonna just say this, Mike. When this stuff keeps happening, we're not going anywhere. No. We can get hyped up on the draft picks all we want. We can talk about the draft all we want for the next 3 months, but we're not gonna do shit when the stuff keeps happening up top. People don't want to listen to this though, Mike. That's why I fuck with you, because people don't want to listen to this narrative, Mike. People turn this shit off and they say they don't want to hear it. You know why they turn it off, Mike? And they say, I don't want to hear this shit because it's true. And you don't want to hear the truth. You want to talk about draft picks and players and all this, but it don't matter when you got all this when the top is fucked up.
I get it though, because it's depressing and it's low hanging fruit, because I don't like talking about it all the time.
I don't like talking about it either, but damn it, this is the real shit though, Mike.
We do this probably like 1 in every 5, something like that. We try not to harp on it because it's such low hanging fruit, but it's so true. I mean, if this team wins, I've said this several times. If this team wins, it will be off of luck and elite QB play.
Yeah.
Period.
That's it.
It's not. The front office is literally never going to give you an advantage.
Nope.
Period. Nope. You're not gonna get the Frank Clark trade. Nope. You're not gonna get the D Ford trade. Nope. You're not gonna get the Richard Sherman trade. Nope. You're not gonna get the Honey Badger trade. You're not. It's not gonna happen. It's just not. If it happens, that'll be the first time, and that'll be the first time.
It's gonna be a miracle. That's why we're not gonna win no Super Bowl, Mike.
Which is ironic, because if you remember, I know some people may not remember, but they got Google. They may not be old enough. Those 90 teams needed free agents to put them over. Charles Haley, Deion Sanders, Ken Norton.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, we want to pay our own. Well, when your own comes up to get paid, you let him leave to Miami for a fucking comp pick. So what's up with that, Steven? I'm still that Byron Jones shit. That's something. Man, that's something.
That pisses me off, because you still could have signed him and still been good on the cap.
Yeah,
you really could have.
Yeah.
And here's the funny thing, Mike. One more time, we want to have guys the right type of guys. Wouldn't that always fall on the Jason Garrett? We want to have the right type of guys here. Wasn't Byron Jones the right type of guy for you? No. Never was in trouble. Never did anything wrong. I call him the senator because I really think he may be a senator once he retires. You could have paid him and he wouldn't have killed your cap, but you didn't want to do it because he wasn't a high-profile guy. You rather, and I'm not dissing Ezekiel Elliott, but you rather play a high-profile running back that we see right now. He's not going to get a second contract from y'all. I mean, once this contract is up, y'all not going to re-sign him at 26. No, y'all not.
No.
So what did Ezekiel Elliott bring you in those years that you had him? Nothing. You wasting years, Steven and Jerry, on all these good players. You wasting years. And it's an evil, dirty, nasty cycle. Yeah. And I hate, but you know what, Mike? When we come on and do these shows, I know it seems like we be negative, but we tell the truth. So don't feel bad. Listen, Mike,
the truth is negative. The truth can also be positive too.
Right. So don't feel bad when you come on here, because I love when you speak the truth. That's why they love Burgers and Blitzes, because we come on here and speak the truth. Real talk. Because listen, Mike, see, I feel like this. This is just my personal opinion. I'm just going to ask you on this. We could talk about draft picks and look at the Senior Bowl and talk all that shit and look at all this. But deep down inside, you like, well, what the fuck we talking all this shit for? And it's still going to be the same damn thing. You feel me? Nobody wants to hear about that because that shit don't sell.
No.
Real talk, Mike. That shit don't sell. Nobody wants to hear it. But I don't give a fuck. Every time me and you are here, we're going to preach the truth. And you keep bringing that truth with the insiders, because as long as we bring the truth, and then when you see a year later and we didn't do nothing, you come back on this show and say, hey, well, goddamn, y'all be talking shit. Y'all be talking real shit. I'm just saying.
I hate being right about this team all the time.
I hate being right too. I hate feeling this way, but it is what it is.
I just you know, that I keep harping on. I feel like I've said this. I've had to say this entirely too many times. But I'm going to say it again. The people that want to think that we can, if they're going to move on from Dak, and first of all, if you think you're going to move him for like a first and a second, you're a moron because you're underselling it by like literally 6 or 7 draft picks. But that's a whole nother conversation. If you think they can move on from Dak Prescott and bring in Stafford or Bridgewater or whoever the hell you want in the name of savings, and you think they'll use that extra money for free agents,
you fooling yourself, man.
I don't know what else to tell. Like I don't know where you're coming up with this argument. You're literally, it's like you've never paid attention to how this team operates. Stephen Jones, you're going to get a 20. What's going to happen is, okay, so move on from your $40 million quarterback, and you're going to bring in a $19 million quarterback. Stephen Jones is going to grab that cap space, throw it in his fucking pillow. They're going to jet to the Bahamas for free agency. They're going to come back and hit some free agents in August on the way to camp to fill plot holes that they didn't fit and everybody got hurt. They're going to roll over $18 million in the cap. You're going to lose in the divisional round. And all of a sudden you have no Dak Prescott, you have no future, and you have no draft picks. Congratulations.
I mean, this is real shit, y'all. Y'all need to listen to this shit. This ain't no fake ass shit, dog. Like this is
what's going to happen.
This is what the real. We talking the real. You can talk all that draft picks and free agents all we want. You can make them shows, but it don't matter because this is real. What we talking.
They're not going to do what you think. If I thought this front office was halfway competent, I might remotely entertain some type of Dak thing.
But we don't do it.
No, because it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
They're gonna get Matt Stafford. You're gonna lose Dak for a fucking comp pick next.
He's gonna go somewhere else and ball. He's gonna go somewhere else and ball, Mike.
If Dak hits free agency, Kyle Shanahan is in the parking lot of the Star with a 4-year, fully guaranteed contract and a stretch limo full of 3D Doritos and nacho chips and fucking Yorkies and all kinds of shit. And yeah, they were burning ass to San Francisco to run the next fucking 5 NFC championship games. Period. And y'all want to, and people want to. I don't want. I can't even entertain. I can't even entertain it, man. It actually hurts my head. And then I get on the radio today. You know, I turn on, and I hear a guy talking about how Deshaun Watson is just a winner. And then the guy says that, well, Deshaun went 4-12, and then the other guy says, well, we weren't talking about wins, and then he says, well, you just did. And then he starts talking about like a college championship game, like that fucking matters in the NFL.
Come on, Gavin Dawson, we gonna bust you out today. I don't give a fuck, dog. You talking reckless and crazy on air. Like, why do you push this goddamn narrative? It sounds stupid as shit. I ain't disrespecting you, bro, but you sound dumb as hell jumping out there talking about college. You calling Deshaun Watson a winner? He just went 4-12 with all them great stats. Everybody talking about these empty calories, these empty stats. Deshaun Watson did all that this year with 4-12, and everybody's sucking on Deshaun Watson like he's the next best thing in the world. But when Dak does that, he ain't shit. I'm tired of hearing that crap. Shut the F up about it.
As my parting piece, Deshaun Watson had a less efficient offense this year in a neutral game script than Carolina. Y'all have a good night.
My dog. Hey, I appreciate it. Give me your handle.
At Not To Be Tried. You can find me there.
At
Not To Be Tried. I'm on the Twitters.coms. I was going to do a podcast, and I still got the rights to the podcast, but the Jones boys been hurting my heart. It's kind of been hurting my energy to get it off the ground, but we're going to get there someday. It may be a Chiefs podcast, but by the time we get there, but we all right. Y'all have a good night.
I appreciate you, big dog. Thank you for jumping in. Burgers and Blitzes. You know how we do. We'll be talking next week. Appreciate you, dog. Peace. That's why I love Mike. I'm about to jump off here too, but that's why I love Mike. He gets so animated, and then he'd be like, I'm done. That's why I love this dude. That's why I love that man. He just be going ham. He gets so mad and frustrated about it. That's why I know he love these Cowboys. Because he gets so mad and frustrated, he just like, I can't talk no more about it. I'm done. Because it's the real. Y'all feel me? It's like the real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to talk for 100 years, but I know Jeff and Skywalker still. I want to jump in there and see what they're talking about these linebackers. But as I said before, my parting shot with this is y'all. With this, I'm gonna part with this. I don't. I mean, I'm keep it real. I did some videos. I did 3 videos, and I love watching these young players. I mean, I've always been that type of person. Really love watching young players go into the draft. I just love watching the young players get drafted and see what they can do. But in reality, I'm not hyped up about what goes on because I've seen the Joneses do the same thing over and over and over again. Y'all can sign Dak Prescott right now. And just remember, in 2019, I said 2019, it was when they were talking about with the Jets, with them trades with possibly Jamal Adams. I don't know if it was 2020, 2019, 2020. But I was saying they're going to tag Dak Prescott. I think it was this year. It was 2020, October 2020. I said they're going to tag Dak Prescott. They talk too much stuff about Dak Prescott. And my thing is, if this is your guy that y'all keep saying in the media, you ought to been signed him. I don't believe this is your guy. I believe y'all say this in the media to keep everybody at bay because y'all play media games. You know what I'm saying? That's what Dallas is so great in doing, playing the media games. And just like you said with that Dave Moore, that's some real shit because I know I'll follow that Dave Moore as far as watching things, and it's the truth. And they play that media game. You didn't say all this stuff, and I hate to go back to Romo but Stephen Jones was involved in that. You know what I'm saying? Stephen Jones was involved in that, and they didn't play these games with Romo. You feel me? And I'm not disrespecting Romo at all. Okay. He did great with the organization. He's a great announcer with CBS, but it's just the fact remains. I didn't hear Stephen Jones, none of them say none of this shit with Romo. But now when Dak is here, it's all about, oh, we got to make sure it's good for the cap. And I don't want to hear, oh, you use Romo as you learned your lesson. You learned your lesson from Romo, and so now all of a sudden you're going to do it with Dak. I don't believe that shit. I just believe you don't really believe in Dak. And that's why you ain't paying him. Because when y'all believed in Romo, y'all paid him. Y'all didn't ask this. Y'all didn't ask that. Y'all didn't wait. Y'all didn't delay. Y'all didn't take a whole year. You didn't franchise tag. You didn't do none of that. You signed him, and he was on. But with Dak, you're putting him through hula hoops. He's got to jump hoops. He's got to do this. And basically, Dak's got to be an asshole to get his money, which is sad because y'all jumped out there and said, we want to pay our own, draft, and get a few free agents. That's what Stephen Jones said. But every time it comes up for your own to get paid, y'all talk in the media, y'all run your mouths, y'all play these games, and it's silly. And just like Mike said, I don't follow all these other teams like that, so I don't know how they negotiate. But one thing I can just say is this. I live in Ohio currently right now. I'll be back home this year. But I live in Ohio. So the Bengals, they a goofy ass organization with Brown. Okay, they goofy, but they don't be saying this stuff in the media. The Browns, they don't be saying this stuff in the media. I don't know how these other teams do, but people don't talk in the media like this, like they do with Dallas. So it's a fundamental error, and it's always going to come back to bite Dallas in the ass. Where, like you said, and I told y'all, we're gonna win games. We might go to the playoffs and win a playoff game, but the ultimate prize, what we really want, the championship, the Super Bowl, that trophy we all fans and we so used to want to see, that's going to elude us. It's going to be fool's gold. It's going to fool us. It's going, they fool us. They get us all hyped and make us feel all good inside just for us to fall on our face. I ain't falling for that this year. And I mean, I wasn't falling for it with Garrett, but I fell for it with McCarthy. But I ain't falling for it. I know how you guys operate. I know how y'all run in the media. I found the little extras who you talk to in the media and push them articles. I found all that stuff. I researched. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe y'all. For real, for real. So I feel you, Wink. So, and I don't want to be the guy that's like sounding like a hater. But like I said, we talk about this draft. I make draft videos, people making draft videos and all this stuff. But I don't have no confidence. I like showing the draft because, excuse me, and the draftable players because I love the draft and I love seeing young players getting drafted. But I told you, we ain't winning another Super Bowl under Jerry Jones. I said that 3 years ago, 2017. Go check out the tape. 2017, I said we ain't winning another Super Bowl under Jerry Jones. I said the only chance we may have is under Steven. But as I see how this thing is going since I said that in 2017, I don't have no confidence we'll get to a Super Bowl under Steven. Even if he is frugal with the cap, even if he is managing the cap the way he is. I just feel like we're going to be a day late and a dollar short, and we're always going to fall short, and it's going to be fool's gold, and it's going to be just enough to keep us where we're at. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just really sad, man, that Cowboys fans, Cowboys media, Cowboys fans, we have to deal with this. I don't think it's fair. Life ain't fair, but I just don't think it's right that, tons of Cowboys fans, this guy moves out of Texas Stadium, builds Jerry World, over 100,000 seats. And even all this year, all he talked about, not all he talked about, but one of the main things he kept talking about was the attendance, the attendance, the attendance. We're the tops in attendance. We're the tops in attendance. We're the tops in attendance. But yeah, we still ain't winning shit. But we're the tops in attendance in the COVID year, but we ain't winning shit. That's what I'm talking about. So when I hear winning, is that over marketing? I don't know. And once again, that's when I will go and say, is winning number one priority with the Joneses? No, I don't believe so. It is. I believe it is. Y'all want to win, but is it number one? No, I don't believe so. And yeah, y'all can fool us by jumping in the media and telling us all this stuff in the media and making it sound all good. Dak's our guy. We love Dak. We love Dak. We don't want, if we didn't love Dak, we wouldn't offer them the contract we offered them. Even though, you know what I'm saying, he want to go 4 years, you know what I'm saying? We don't do that here. We do 5-6 years. You know what I'm saying? We don't want you to get extra. We want to pay you this. So we ain't gonna do all that. But now all of a sudden, like Mike said, he go to another team and they'll sit there and throw that 4-year deal out to his ass in 2.5 seconds. Cowboys are like, no, we don't do that here. We do 5-6 year contracts. Another team like, okay, go ahead and play that game. Let him hit free agency. We hit him with that 4-year deal, sign his ass up, and let's get rolling. That's what the other team's gonna do. That's why, you know what I'm saying, this shit just be sad. You know what I'm saying? This shit just be sad as fuck. Like, we all be gassed up over all this stuff, but it ain't real. It's full goal, y'all. And y'all, people can't hate on me or hate on what I say. I don't give a hell, but I speak the truth because 26 years told me I speak the truth. They keep on trying to fool us, and people don't want to hear this. Like Mike said, people don't want to hear this. People don't want to hear this narrative. It's almost like the conspiracy theory. You hear people, I don't want to hear that. That ain't real. That conspiracy theory, that ain't real. I ain't listening to that shit. But a lot of times it do be real. It do be. And with this particular case, I feel it is real. We love our Cowboys so damn much, like myself. We love our Cowboys so damn much, we'll try to just ignore what we really believe in our heart. We want to ignore and think, that's just us thinking that. That's just me thinking that. It ain't true. But it has been true because we've seen so many years. You'll believe it in your heart, and then it happens in your face, and you're like, damn, well, maybe next year. So we'll see. I'm sorry to be the negative guy, but I can only be real in my heart, and sorry if people don't want to hear that narrative and everybody wants to hear, unicorns and rainbows and draft picks and free agency. And we're going to do this next year and we're going to do that and we're going to do this, but we ain't been doing it. We hear it every damn year what we going to do. And the NFC ain't even strong, yet where our asses is sitting at home. Tampa Bay damn Buccaneers, just like my guy Wink said, Tampa Bay damn Buccaneers ain't been to a Super Bowl since 2002. Ain't been smelling nothing. All of a sudden, they go all in. They put their feet all in. They get the free agents they need to get. They get shrewd in what they need to get. They get a quarterback that they need to get. They get a coach. They're tired of, the lame duck. And within 2 years of getting Bruce Arians, Tom Brady and them, their ass is back in the Super Bowl. Yet Dallas Cowboys, 26 years and running, we're still sitting there thinking how to figure this out. This shit is easy, y'all. These fools is making it complicated. This shit is really a lot easier than we keep on acting like it is. This shit is easy. But the Cowboys want to make it more complicated because they want to look like they so right. Exactly, Mink. And I posted that 6 titles between two dudes. Like I said, man, I don't try to be the negative guy, and I don't want to be the negative guy. But damn it, I got to speak this truth about this shit, and I ain't gonna hold my tongue no more about it even longer because I'm tired of seeing this. I'm tired of seeing the lies. I'm tired of hearing the lies. I'm tired of hearing the fake shit. I'm tired of hearing the. It's almost like propaganda. You remember, like when the Germans back in the day, when in the wars, they called that thing called propaganda. This is what I feel. It's an evil propaganda. Back in the war days, you didn't have texting and cell phones in 20s and 30s and shit. But you know what? They had a big loud speaker when they were in Germany. I used to live in Germany. I lived in Germany like 3 years. And so I studied a lot of things from East and West Germany. West Germany is free. East Germany is still communist. And I'm telling you, they super communist. I actually got to go over there and see how communist they are. But one thing about it, between that, you know, we were out. We took a bus when I was in Germany when I was in school, and we went to Germany. We went to East Germany, and they drove a bus, and they had the West and East German border. In the East German border, you had guards. I mean, it was crazy. Like they had big walls where you could not cross over, and if people from East Germany were trying to leave, they were smoking them. They were killing them. Okay, so why are you saying all this, Jay? I'm saying this like this: the communism, they when they didn't have the outlets to hear texting and phones, they on the over the loudspeakers when war was going on, they would preach America is bad, America's terrible, America's this, America's that, and they preached it every day. So when a bomb or something blew up an area, the people who were just listening to the top were like, yeah, America's bad. F America. F them. Look at our stuff is being blown up. And all we hear is them saying how bad it is, and then we get bombed. So yeah, they bad. And I feel like that's what they feed this propaganda to us. They keep on saying, we need to have money for the salary cap. We need to be able to do this. So that's why we got to make it good for everybody. You just feeding a bullshit propaganda to all these Cowboys fans and a lot of Cowboys fans who are not knowledgeable in this shit. Y'all feed it to them because they don't know no better, and they gonna get on your team and jump on management side. And in your job, you ain't even siding on management. You feel me? You hate management on your job, but all of a sudden in this Cowboy stuff, y'all want to jump on Stephen Jones and the Cowboy side, saying, "Yeah, I ain't paying Dak no 40 million. Let's go ahead and get a Stafford for cheap, or let's go ahead and get one of these young quarterbacks who we don't know nothing about, could be a flop. And Matthew Stafford ain't never won shit because it's cheaper. He got us programmed, and I'm not feeding into that goddamn propaganda. Anybody, I'm not saying y'all, but if y'all want to feed into that propaganda BS crap, y'all can. I'm not. I'm going to keep on calling it out. I'm going to call it out every day I see it. And that's just the way it is. And until we start calling this stuff out, until we start taking a stand, because just like he said, Joneses read them papers. The Joneses listen to the fans, because that's why I said we have shut up signings. They'll make a signing because they're looking in the newspaper. They're hearing the fans. They're hearing us chirp. And we chirping too much about one subject, they'll do something for us to shut the hell up. That's what they do. Whether y'all think it or not, it's the truth. So I'm going to keep preaching this narrative that something got to be done, because if we don't take a stand with these Cowboys and this ownership and management, we're going to go in circles and never win shit. And we're going to be frustrated year in and year out talking about the same damn thing over and over, but nothing is never going to change. And the only way things are ever going to change is if Cowboy fans take a stand and say, we ain't going to these damn games. We ain't doing this. We ain't do that. Y'all got to change. Y'all got to make a different change for this to go higher. The fans control this because we got the money. So that's just my rant. All right, let me pull that question up. I didn't see that, the lunatic. Let me pull that question up. And what's up with you, the lunatic? My dog says Mike White has said Jerry is handling Dak negotiations because Steven and Todd France hate each other. Does that help us in signing Dak or hurt us? If you ask me, I think that helps because I think Jerry may be more all in, but I talked to Mike and I talked to other people, Cowboys people, and Jerry was going through an organization. Dak is our guy. Is Dak our guy? Dak is our guy. So I don't even know if Jerry fully believes that Dak is our guy, man. I'm just keeping it real. But it would help us in negotiations if Jerry took over in that aspect because Todd France, like Mike said, Todd France and Stephen Jones don't like each other at all. And that franchise tag, he's going to get tagged again, y'all. He's going to get tagged again. And that's going to be the starting point, just like Mike said last week. He said he's going to be tagged again, and that's going to be the starting point of the negotiations. So if he's going to be tagged again, the tag doesn't start until what? February? Mid-February? Where you're going to probably tag him again? For what? What do you need to y'all? What do y'all need to talk for all day for, man? This is your guy or not. If this is your guy, you do what you need to do to sign your guy and you make it work, man. Y'all on that bullshit, but I'm done. I'm done talking about this because I'm starting to get pissed. But as I said, man, a lot of people don't want to hear this truth. A lot of people want to talk about all this other stuff, and I ain't going to preach that on my channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful to anybody out there, but I'm not going to preach that fake shit on my channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to preach that fake ass shit. Let's keep on talking about draft picks every day and free agents and all this and that. And we know damn well Dallas ain't getting no free agents. Okay. The last couple of years, they stepped out and did a little bit different, and I'll give them their props for that. But we ain't signing no big name. We ain't signing no difference maker. Show me we sign a difference maker. You feel me? And then it like I said, it's an ugly evil circle that tries to fool us. It's fool's gold. And until I see anything different, that's what I'm gonna call it. Fool's gold. Y'all pump faking. Y'all not faking me out. I love my team. I love my Dallas Cowboys. But I told you, I don't love the Joneses. I love my Dallas Cowboys, though, but I don't love the Joneses. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying, man? It's frustrating, but damn it, you know what? We can talk about all the draft picks we won, all that stuff frustrates me because sometimes we talk about these draft picks and all this stuff and who we could draft. And we had a great draft last year. 2020, we had a great draft. What happened? You feel me? We had a great draft in last year. That draft was great. What did we do? Nothing. We had a really good draft before. What have we done? Nothing. Tired of all that BS, dog. Exactly, Wink. Let me put your question up there, Wink. Hold on. Exactly, KMT. What's up with you, baby? How you doing, KMT? Now, this is what I'm going to post, and I already talked about this. I'm going to post your question, Wink. This right here. He says, meanwhile, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson will most likely have their extensions done. So what do you think happens to Dak's contract price? It goes up. I don't know how these Joneses don't understand this shit. Is Stephen Jones supposed to be this cap guy? You keep on waiting and delaying, and they're talking about extending Josh Allen, and he just had a crazy year. Lamar Jackson wins a playoff game. So they're like, okay, he won a playoff game, so we like his future. What the hell do you think they're going to sign for? It's 2021. The price went up. The price never goes down, especially for a quarterback. It goes up every single year. It's going up. So that's why I don't understand why you didn't sign him, because if you sign Dak to a mega deal or the 4 years that he's asking for, it's not going to be that the next year. Somebody's going to topple him. in every position, quarterback, running back, receiver. If you're a receiver and you get the biggest contract ever, a month later, somebody else who's coming up for a contract and he's just as good or better as you, his contract is going to top your ass. So now all of a sudden you ain't the top guy no more. That lasted all about one month. You feel me? So I don't want to hear this shit. We don't want to set the market. Bruh, shut the fuck up. I'm tired of hearing that dumbass shit. Excuse my language. Please forgive me. Good. Team Rome, see you, dog. You said you can't hear the winery any longer. Go ahead. Head on over there. While you don't want to hear that, I appreciate that. I'm not disrespecting you. Go over there. You call it whining, but I call it reality. See, you want to live in a fake ass world. You feel me? So go on over wherever you need to go and listen. I'm not saying Vach is fake at all, because Vach brings good shit. So I'm not disrespecting Vach at all. But when I hear that shit about whining, no, bruh, it's reality. You live in a fake ass world. It's 26 years and running. You live in a fake ass world. You're going to keep getting fake. But hey, you want to live on unicorns and rainbows? Be my guest, big dog. Do your thing. And shut the hell up talking about it's not my money, fool. It ain't your money neither. Why you support Dallas? Man, people kill me with that shit. It ain't my money. You feel me? But I'm calling it out for what it is. Am I saying that it was my money? Like, that's funny when people say that shit. Like, I gotta say something about some people say some shit like that. You feel me? Team Rome. Is it my money? No, it's not my money. But it's reality. Why do you like the Cowboys? Why do you watch football? You still think, I mean, I ain't giving you the praise, but I'm about to get off of here, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens with this draft. I'm gonna post some more videos. I got some. I cannot say his name off the rip. Melifano, his brother, played for Syracuse. I got his tape coming against Clemson. That'll be a good one. Good to watch. Some Paris forward, safety, some more guys coming out. You know, we watch them because I like watching these young guys come into the league and see what they can do. Yeah. I love KMT. Exactly. Spell whining right before you talk shit. KMT, I love you, bro. You funny. I love you, man. Whining. All right, but I'm about to head up off here, man. Hey, make sure y'all check out Saturday. I got my dog Marcus, you know, Boss Cowboys. We gonna talk some draft. I got the elite draft guide from PFF. I know a lot of people don't follow PFF, they're weird, but they do got great breakdowns of each player, and their NFL guide is ridiculous. I don't care what anybody says, and I cop that. So we're gonna check some of that out. Me and Boss gonna talk some prospects, some good stuff. You know, some players that we've been looking at, and obviously the Senior Bowl is gonna be played Saturday. So when we watching the Senior Bowl, make sure y'all watch that, because be some guys in there that the Cowboys might scoop. We'll see what happens with that. But it'll be a good show Saturday. We're gonna talk players. You know, me and Boss bring it. And then make sure Monday, I got my guy. We've been talking back and forth forever. My guy, Matt Johnson, former safety from the Cowboys. We did our show before the season, man. And we've been talking back and forth, Matt. You know what I'm saying? He went through some surgery. He's been sick, but he's coaching football. He's coaching high school. He's coaching football. Great thing. I love Matt. He's a great dude. We be kicking and talking all the time. So, you know, we didn't talk to the first of the season. So now we're going to talk at the end of the season, just talk about how the season went, draft picks. You know, he's got his eye on players. So we'll talk about all that good stuff, and we'll see what happens coming up next week. Going to try to round up some more guests. Late Night Hype, I believe, will be back. Just to give y'all a heads up, I think we're going to do the Late Night Hype every couple weeks. Not weekly, because it's slow right now. So we get the news to kind of gather up. Just make sure you stay tuned. I think Sky and Jeff Kavanaugh got that draft talk talking about linebackers, so I'm gonna jump in there and listen a little bit of that with my dog. But you know what I'm saying? Keep on supporting, liking, sharing. Appreciate you. Just one thing, disclaimer, you know what I'm saying? You don't like what I say, that's okay. Everybody ain't gonna like what you say, but I'm gonna keep it real. I'm telling you the truth. Whether you like it or not, whether you call it whatever it is from the outside, I'm speaking the truth. And the years say it, and the actions say it, and the mentality says it too. And until I see that mentality change, y'all can say whatever the hell y'all want to, but it's a nasty circle. So y'all can get hyped up about, oh, we're gonna go do this and do that, and we fall flat on our face again. No, it's gonna be a we'll see. My mantra for my Cowboys is we'll see now. I'm gonna sit back and love my boys, but I'm gonna sit back from afar and say we'll see. I'm not gonna listen to none of your goobly gook and your jargon. Show me. Show me something different, because what I've seen in the past hasn't been any different. Show me something different and I'll think different. But if I still see the same things, I'm going to think the same things. And I don't give a hell if you like it or not. All right? Same shit, different day. All right? So, hey, appreciate you tomorrow. Mendoza. No. Are you talking about the Senior Bowl? Senior Bowl is not Friday. I believe it's Saturday. I believe the Senior Bowl is Saturday. Don't believe it's no Friday. I ain't never seen played on no damn Friday. Saturday is a normal day. So if that's what you're talking about. But I'm gonna get off of here. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thank you for the support. Thank you for my dog the Ninja for the donations. Let's get the memberships popping. Videos getting ready to drop. I'm about to do a video tonight as soon as I get off of here, and it'll be dropping for my members tomorrow, then released for the public later. But still going to be grinding, still going to be doing things, and I just appreciate all you guys jumping in and taking your time out to listen to Big Game James and Silver and Blue Nation and the page. So I always want to tell y'all I'm forever grateful for that and the love you guys show to the channel. Salutes to y'all. Appreciate y'all, the lovers and the haters. You know what I'm saying? Because can't have all love. People ain't gonna love you. They're gonna be haters in the bunch. But salute to you haters out there. Y'all keep it going. But love all you guys. Have a good evening. Be safe out there. Stay warm if you're in the cold. If you're in the hot, trying to turn that air on. But be safe with this COVID out here. Things are still going on, so just be safe, man, and take care of yourself. And we'll definitely talk to you soon. All right, love you guys, man, from the bottom of my heart. KMT, I love you. If anybody ever needs to talk to me, or if you're ever going through things, I'm just going to tell you this real talk, and I'm going to tell you this honestly. If you're ever going through anything mentally, people say this, but I'm being real. You can always jump in my inbox, on my Twitter, on my Facebook. If you're ever going through anything mentally and you just need somebody to talk to and you don't have anybody to talk to, you feel like you can't talk to anybody, please inbox me. I'm not going to say I have the answers, but I know how it is. I know how this world can get, and I know how I've talked to people who I didn't think they would come to my, rescue mentally, but they helped me, and it meant a lot to me. It kept me going. So if you sometimes feel like you're in a dark place and there's nobody else there for you and you're going through it, you can always hit me up, and I will always be there to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And just be a person there for you, because this world does get crazy and people go through a lot of things, and sometimes people don't feel like they have somebody to turn to. But I'm just letting y'all know, and all my members, all my people's in the feed, I'm here for you. So if you ever need somebody to listen to or anything, somebody to hear what you have to say, I'm here for you. So I just want to end it with that. All right. So I really appreciate every one of y'all, and that's real from the bottom of my heart. And let's keep this cooking, man, and let's see what happens, in the Senior Bowl, and let's see what happens in this draft. Let me post that before I get up off here. The Ninja, that's my dog. That's my dog. And KMT, I love you. This my dog. He says, you know where we stand, and we brothers for life for sure. You're a good dude, man. I love it. I'm the Allen Iverson, baby. He says, you know where we stand, brother. You say you a good dude. For a little dude, you got a big heart. Fan for life. I love it. Hey, I'm slim fit, Nooka. You know what I'm saying? I'm slim fit, dog. This is what I always say. Everybody can't be big boys. You feel me? You gotta have some skinny cats, dog. You gotta have some slim fits. You feel me? When I work at Tide, I see size 58s, dog. I seen size 60s in pants. I seen sizes where I could fit two of me in one leg. You feel me? But I also seen them slim fit shirts. You feel me? Them slim fits that fit you nice and they slimmy. So we can't all have big boys out there. You gotta have some medium sizes. You gotta have some slimmies. I'm the slim fit guy. You know what I mean? And I'll rap it proud. So I appreciate you, the ninja. Small guy, but a big heart. But don't get it twisted, dog. My hand game is treacherous. The lunatic with the $2 holla. Appreciate you, my dog. But hey, I love y'all. Let me get out of here. Jump on Sky and Kavanaugh. I know they're doing their thing right now. I think Vodka's going live. Jump on all them guys. Support all these guys out here in the YouTube community, all that good stuff. It's all love on this way. No hate unless you really want to get about that life. I'm doing it. But I love y'all. And we'll talk to you soon. Big Game James, Burgers and Blitzes.